Well, hello, I'm Angela.
I'm Christine.
And welcome to Haircolor Confessional. Today we are talking to Mr. Stefon Rishel, and he is the executive chef partner at Trey Mowgli, Wishbone and Flynt, and Parker County Ice House.
Yep.
Also the Amber Room.
Yep.
Trey Mowgli was voted the best new restaurant by Culture Map in last year.
Yeah, 22 Wishbone in 2020, same award.
Yes, and he goes by Stefon, actually.
Yes.
Also, and the Mohawk Chef. And welcome, Stefon.
Thank you for having me.
Thank
Glad to be
you.
here.
We have
Always
so
fun.
many questions that we want to ask.
Yeah, everybody does.
I know. Okay, so first of all, why does everybody butcher your name?
So we kind of joke about it. Like my mom kind of spelled it as hooked on phonics kind of thing. It's like,
Yeah.
it's Stefon, so it's spelled like Stefon, but it's pronounced Stefan. My sister's name is Kristen, but it's Kriston, so it's Kriston.
Oh, she likes
And
the O-N.
Yeah, so the running joke was like she always wanted to make it something you couldn't abbreviate and call me something else.
Oh.
And I'm like, oh, great. So I just got picked on in school the whole time.
Yeah.
It was great.
I was calling you
But
Stefon
it
for
worked
the
out.
longest time.
Everybody
really, it's
does.
Stefon.
It is what it is. I'll answer to it all. I've just gotten used to
And
it.
Rob calls you Steph.
Yeah. The funny thing is, like, all of our friends, like, there's a group of chefs all running around together with a bunch of our wine reps, and, like, I'm chef. And all the rest of the chefs are mad because they're like, oh, it's Patrick, or it's Justin, or it's Christian, or whatever. And it's like, why am I not chef? It's like, no, because he's chef. So
You are
it kinda
the
is
chef.
what it is.
You are the chef.
The chef.
It
Most
happens.
popular chef in this area.
We try. Well, I'm not the most popular. Don't put that on me.
Well,
I would say I'm
Pretty high
in
up
the talk.
there.
we won't start a rumor, but,
I'm in the talk. I like to say that Mr. Bonnell's up there, but
well, you guys are, okay, I'm not going to say it, but let me just ask you, what is your favorite restaurant that's not yours?
oh man, so that's a loaded question. So it depends on what I'm eating.
Okay.
So I'm very much a creature of habit. We don't really go out much just because of time restraints with 3 kids under 7, all the restaurants and all the things. I've always been a clay pigeon junkie.
Ooh.
Okay.
Marcus Pasley, I think what he does is out of bounds. I love Waters. My kids love Waters. My daughter loves to go just murder oysters over there. I think what John does is really cool too. Kevin Martinez at Tokyo Cafe, if I'm eating that style, it's fantastic. Sushi, I'm either at Little Lily's or Hatsuyaki.
Ooh.
I think
I haven't tried
is
that place yet.
super underrated.
I got to go.
It's hard to get in. Like, you need to be there when they open. But in my opinion, it's top 2 in the
Yeah,
city for sure.
that's what I've heard.
Teenies, if I'm doing like proper
I
like
love
Mexican.
teenies. Yeah.
And then like I've got my haunts, I got my spots. I don't eat any fast food really, unless it's like Taco Casa. It's really weird. But the fried bologna sandwich and the Del Rib at Nickel City is like crack.
Okay.
love it.
It's a deep fried McRib, and then it's rolled with barbecue sauce, with onions, and jalapenos.
Oh
and
my
pickles.
goodness.
That's like $4. It's
Oh
like
my
a
gosh.
steal.
Heart attack waiting to happen.
Right.
No, it's great.
Okay, so what inspires you to cook?
My grandfather. So like when I was a kid, I grew up in the business. My dad always ran restaurants when I was a kid. And my grandfather really exposed me to fine dining and what that food was. And to this day, like I can never recreate that whole roasted chicken that he used to make. It was like, he's like, if you're going to cook one thing and one thing only, and you want to make it right, this is the dish. Because if you want to feed 4 people for $10, this is the dish you want to do it with.
Are you still trying?
100%, once a week, at least once a week. And I'm getting there, I'm close, but it's not quite there. But he introduced me like mussels and lobster and crab and shrimp, all the shellfish.
Wow.
But the roasted chicken was like the thing. And a perfectly cooked roasted potato.
I honestly think that is one of our jobs as a parent, to introduce our kids to the best food ever.
100%. I don't want to just be in
Yeah.
the drive-thru at McDonald's
No.
or Chick-fil-A. You know?
I mean, I grew up
It
on
is what it
Chef
is. There's
Boyardee and like TV dinners with my grandparents. And, you know, I like now when my family wants to go eat, they're like, don't ask Angela because we're going to go to some fancy restaurant. And I'm like, no, you're going to go to a good restaurant.
So my whole thing is like, it doesn't have to be fancy.
No, it doesn't have to be
has to be
fancy. It
good.
just has to be
Yeah,
good.
it's the quality
good
of the food.
And the
yeah.
thing about
Good
Fort
food.
Worth is like everybody talks about like wanting to have a dress code and all these things, right? You could be next to a dude in ratty jeans and a torn pearl snap. And that guy's worth like $400 million.
Yeah.
He's got
Right.
1,500 acres just outside of town. So you can't.
Can't
Fort Worth
judge
is
people.
the epitome of don't judge a book by its cover.
That's right.
Absolutely.
So that, and it's the biggest little city in America. Sorry,
Yeah.
Reno, you're out. We're number 11 in the census after this year. Everybody knows everybody.
It's a big and small town.
100%.
As I tell people
and I
all
think
the time.
the great thing about that, to coincide with that part, is all the cooks and the chefs work for the greater good of the city.
Yes. They're
make
all doing
Fort Worth
something with
better.
nonprofits and all
Right.
that
Well,
too.
10 years ago, it was like Austin, Dallas, and Fort Worth was way down here because we were meat and potatoes. I think we're elevated now. We've got enough great cooks and chefs that are just killing it right now. And the clientele, the patronage of the people in the city are very supportive and want us to succeed, right? So
Absolutely.
And we saw that with Wishbone during COVID. Like we opened 61 days prior to the lockdown. And Rob can kind of attest to this. It's like our regulars kept us open.
Yeah.
And we had to furlough every single hourly employee. All the management stayed on staff. And we made family style meals curbside, led by John. John was the first to like really spearhead that movement
Right.
and show us how to stay open, how to make our money and pay our bills. But every single penny of gratuity went into a fund and was dispersed twice a month to our staff.
Wow.
And if they needed food, they want to come get a family meal, toiletries, paper products, no questions asked, just come get it.
That's awesome.
So we had, what did we have, like 26 people on staff, I think?
Wow,
And
that's amazing.
We lost one employee coming back out of COVID is because he moved to Portland to become a firefighter.
Okay.
So
Wow.
we take great pride in that, about building culture and building this situation where people are comfortable to be in their environment and they can have like, I don't know what the word I'm looking for, but like they can check it at the door. They can come in and they're at work and they can wash everything else away and have that 3, 4, 8 hours, however long their shift is, and be calm and not have the stress of outside life. So we take great pride in that. So it's kind of how we like to run it.
Yeah. Fort Worth is great about that, all of that.
100%.
Everything you said, I totally agree with.
Yeah.
So when did you start the Mohawk thing?
Oh man, 2015. So I was at Max's Wine Dive on West 7th Street. Been there 2 years-ish. And I had regulars that were hairstylists from Esoterica on campus. So,
Yeah.
Nikessa and Ollie and all of them.
We know them well.
And
Yes,
she was
we
like,
do.
when are you gonna let me do your hair? And I'm like, I had this like really bad like Russell Crowe Gladiator Caesar cut. It was awful. Like all I was missing was like the V-neck black t-shirt and the Figaro chain.
Oh,
Yeah.
It was like the Mr. T starter kit. It was awful. But she's like, when are you gonna let me do your hair? When are you gonna let me do your hair? And I got nominated for Top Chef. And she was like, now's the time. I was like, all right, I'll let you mess with it. So I grew it out a little bit. And it's like Baby Hawk. And it was like Rufio. So like this like red tip thing on them. It was.
I love it. But it's your trademark.
It is now.
Yeah,
100%.
absolutely.
Okay,
Nobody's.
so when she first cut it, she did the Mohawk on you.
Yeah, 100%.
And she was like, let's do red.
I was like, you do whatever you want to do. And she's like, you need to go Mohawk. Like, big and bold.
And red was the first color?
Red was the first. It was like the
Okay.
color of those drapes.
Oh, wow.
Wow, that's pretty bold.
Yeah. So,
Okay, so how many colors have you been on your Mohawk?
Oh, everything for the most part. Red, fuchsia, purple, green, blue, yellow. We tried orange. It didn't set very well because my natural hair color doesn't hold that color very well.
Yeah.
But I feel every woman's issue when they go to the chair
Right.
because it takes 3 hours plus.
Yeah, I was just going to ask you, what's the duration of
3
your
hours.
hair process?
So it's like it's
Because you got to bleach it. Well, she
Bleach
probably
it.
cuts it first. Or does she bleach
No,
it
she
first
bleaches
and
it
then
first.
she tones
Yeah,
it with the
that's
color
how I
Tones
do
it,
bleach
and then
yeah,
she cuts
it's
it.
all you know how it works.
Yeah,
This is the
absolutely.
thing.
There's
Yeah.
so many different ways.
Yeah.
Thank God for sponsorship. Let me just put it that way.
Right? I know.
And your favorite color? Do you have a favorite?
Purple fades the best.
Yeah.
Like if I want to be
To a
lazy and I
lilac.
don't want to go sit in the chair,
Right.
yeah, it goes like purple to lavender to lilac
Yes.
to like ash
Pink.
gray.
yeah.
Oh, yeah, yeah,
And
yeah.
So
I love it.
Pink is the hardest because it goes like weird boy band, weird yellow. If I wash it too much, that's the other thing. Is like I haven't had a hot shower in like 12 years. I take cold showers.
You take
all the
cold
time.
showers. And what do your
Because of
ki-
the hair.
Because it bleaches the color out.
So what does your kids say about this? Do
Oh,
they
they
love
love
it?
it. Oh, they love
think
it.
you're just the coolest
Like
dad.
my son Liam, he's almost 4. He's like, Daddy, I want to do a Mohawk. Let's go. So kids love it. We did last 2 years for Brinley's kindergarten or pre-K and kindergarten daddy-daughter dance. I did the hair to color to match her dress, and then then Nikessa did a faux hawk for her. So they're like, which one's yours? I was like, oh, she's real hard to miss on the floor.
I love it.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah,
Okay,
she loves it, so.
Talking about the Mohawk,
Yeah.
we're going to bring into the products. What product did you bring today?
Okay, so it's so bad because it's so bougie. But
we like bougie products.
This is what I've always used. Like, I know that Nikessa uses Wella product and all of that. And it works well. But the problem is it was so grandiose. And we've cut it down about an inch this trip. So normally it's about another inch and a half taller. So you need something like industrial
Yes.
to hold it up. So when I get out of the shower, it gets mousse, gets blow dried in to add volume and teased. And then, I know this sounds awful.
Oh, so you even tease it.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then it goes the glue.
Okay.
And then it goes in, and it's like inverted. I'm like bent over in the bathroom.
So you're like literally putting your hands up and pushing it forward.
And then I go through one of those a week.
And that's the hairspray.
Yeah.
Wow.
freezing
So
spray.
you're doing a Schwarzkopf.
Yeah, Schwarzkopf
Got to be glued.
I use a lot of Schwarzkopf at my salon. I love it.
This is the other thing. We're also in Texas. We're in Fort Worth, so the humidity right now, especially, feels like Houston in here. It's awful.
I'm like,
what's he smell like? He goes through one of those a week. Don't use it all, Christine.
I know, but I'm so. I've never used this before.
It's
called glue.
Glued. I don't know if you'd want to use that, Christine.
Oh wow!
I mean, it's there. So it's like,
but not as stiff as I thought it would be.
But this is the other thing. That's what she said. But this is the thing, though. It's like everybody wants to touch the hair in a restaurant.
Yes.
So
you have to make sure
I've got 4 of these in rotation. There's one in the truck. There's one in my bag.
Yes.
Do you buy that by the case?
There's one in each restaurant. I buy it online on Amazon. It's cheaper.
Yeah.
Okay.
Otherwise, it's $8 at like Tom Thumb. So I pay like $5.50.
Tom Thumb?
Yeah.
You should buy it by the case.
I do buy it by the case on Amazon.
On Amazon.
Oh, okay.
So much easier. So it's like.
And what's this one smell like? Okay, this is Schwarzkopf.
It's the same.
Spicy glue.
It's just a.
All right, let's see. Squeeze in my hand because I'm a feeler, toucher kind of girl.
Weird.
I don't need
It's
any of that
almost
on
a
my
cross
hands.
between like a mud.
Oh, and it smells really good too.
It's like a mud and a pomade.
Schwarzkopf is the best smell of stuff.
They do good. They do really well.
Well, I have to say, I'm a Wella girl.
Okay.
A Wella Sebastian girl.
I love it too. That's great, but it just doesn't have enough hold for what I want to do. And I'm constantly
Don't
working
put that
on
in my hair.
You want me to touch it?
Yeah.
That's awesome. Awesome.
Yeah, we have fun with it. So
oh my gosh. All right, we have a couple.
Christine brought some products. Okay.
I'm not putting lip gloss on.
So Christine brought some Mary Kay satin hands. It's got, I have actually used this before. When I first heard about Mary Kay, which was probably longer than I want to say ago, the satin hands was the thing they started off with. So they rubbed you with some scrub, and then they put the lotion on your hands. And it's the best thing. It literally does make your hands feel like satin hands. And so that's
like
what...
the weird dude at Grapevine Mills that's like trying to get your attention?
Like the person that's never worked a day in their lives, that's what it feels like.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, but I have to admit, I use that on my legs too because it just feels so good.
You have to get the industrial size though for the legs.
I like to use it on my heels.
She's tall.
I'm putting it all over my body. I'm like, where's it go? Yeah, so
I love it.
Yeah.
Do they make that like leader size?
I don't know, but they should.
They should.
I mean, this is in the, this would be a great
That's like a travel size, yeah.
Okay, so I've got LA Colors, and it's a lip gloss, and it's my favorite for the month.
It's so pretty.
I just like it because it's got glitter in it.
It's got glitter, and it's illuminating. What does it say? Illuminating something. It says illuminating. Oh, iridescent.
So
That's
I had
what
this
it is.
conversation. I want to interject on something because I have a question for you as makeup and professionals and that side of the business. So my wife and I are driving to an event. It's probably 2 weeks ago.
Mm-hmm.
She's like, should I go nude lip gloss or should I go like bright red? And I'm like, I don't know.
Depends on the time of day.
Well, this is what she found out. So like somebody said to her the other day, she's like, you should always have a lip gloss that matches your areola.
What?
That's first time I've heard it too. I was like, that's so weird.
Okay, so
I don't know.
Usually that is
I used the right verbiage. I didn't cuss on
But usually that is the same color as your natural lip.
I would assume so, right?
Yeah.
I mean, it should be like it's part of your body the way it works.
Yeah.
So I guess that makes sense.
Every
But I'm sure
I just couldn't stop giggling in the
But
truck
I'm sure
on the way to
that's
this
not
event.
bright red.
No, I'm pretty sure.
Pretty sure it's not bright red.
No, but a lip. Yeah. I just think lip gloss goes a long ways because it's glittery and it just.
100%.
Yeah, it
And
just
it's-
looks
and
a little more natural.
more bright, or not bright, but glossy, obviously.
Yeah.
Than, say, a lipstick or something like that.
But the nude color, I would say it's more of a daytime color.
Yeah.
The bright red is more of like an evening type thing.
Yeah,
Yes.
I would wear bright red in the evening.
Yeah.
Yeah. Gloss,
Just
but
curious.
So there you go.
We came up in conversation.
Bright red in
and I was
evening,
I was like, I know
nude in
the
the
two people
day.
I need to ask this question to.
right?
100%.
Nude in the day.
Nude in
Yes.
the day.
Just remember afternoon
naked
delight.
so like Naked Thursday.
Yes.
Afternoon delight. Afternoon delight. Okay.
Afternoon
Everybody
delight.
loves Naked Thursday. That's a whole nother conversation. Afternoon delight.
And we can't go there.
The PG-13 episode.
Okay, so tell us about your next endeavor or adventure.
Yeah, so I had a couple of guys. Jeffrey Yarborough was my PR guy like 15, 16 years ago when I was in Dallas, and approached me and was like, are you interested in doing something Chinese in Fort Worth? We need a Fort Worth guy that's got some clout, that's got some name recognition, and then front of the house really well. Would you be interested? And I was like, yeah, I'll talk to him. So Patrick Rue owns Bushy Dim Sum in Addison and Frisco, and I went and ate, and it's hands down the best soup dumplings I've ever had. The Peking duck was phenomenal. I was like, sign me up, let's go. So 812 Rosedale Street, which is the old Lee's Walk at Rosedale and Lipscomb, just west of Hemp Hill on Rosedale. June 5th, we're looking at opening Teddy Wong's Dumplings and Wine.
Sweet.
Oh, I can't
Full dim
wait.
sum. There's no Chinese left. Like when Cannon left,
Yeah.
that side of that genre left. I mean, there are some options. You got Hal over at the table. You've got Natasha Bruton over at Pantry. Both great people and both do their things very well. We are going way more traditional Hong Kong and Sichuan Chinese.
Awesome.
So this is not necessarily like Americanized for the most part. So we're excited. I mean, we're going to add something to the community. And then my boy Andrew Dilda is coming back to Fort Worth from California. I'm super excited. He's going to open Easy Monkey down the street from us.
Okay.
Wow.
So we're very big supporters of not competing with people.
What is Easy Monkey?
Easy Monkey is an offshoot. Forgive me if I'm wrong, Andrew. An offshoot of Monkey King Noodle Company.
Okay.
But I think this is Andrew's thing. So it's going to be like, he's got like cheeseburger fried rice, smoked brisket bao dumplings. He's got all the super cool like bridge of fusion between Texas and China.
When is that one coming?
He flew in today, I believe. So I'm not sure what his timeline is.
Okay, that's exciting.
It's going in the old fixture space where Ben was.
Yeah.
Okay.
So he's taking that spot over. So
Okay.
we're big about how do we make the neighborhood better as a whole
Yeah.
and not fighting with each other or coming in and opening something that's going to put somebody else out of business. That's always
Right.
our goal.
Yeah.
Near
Yes.
Southside is really, they have just really come
Blossomed.
together and it's just
like
blossomed into
when we started, we were Bearded Lady was already open, then Hot Box open, and then it was us. And now you got Teeny's, Southside Cellar, you got all these other guys. Sean's killing it too if you get a chance to go down there.
Well, I
If you
feel like
beer,
that's
he's
the
doing
community
killing
of Fort Worth. Everybody supports everybody.
100%.
Yeah, we're all friends.
And that's the whole point.
Yeah.
And it's like, even down to the point where you're wine reps. Wine reps that are competing against each other for spots are all having happy hour at the same place together. And
Right.
it's super cool.
Yes.
It just
love it.
speaks to the culture of Fort Worth.
Yeah.
Speaking of wine,
Speaking of wine.
tell us what we
Yes.
got here.
So we are drinking Sanglier Sun Tusk Rosé, Sonoma. Zach and Jana Campbell do some really cool stuff, and then Glenn that's out there. I actually see him next week when I'm out there. They do just killer juice, anywhere from Cab to Syrah to Cab Franc. We're the only restaurant at Wishbone and Flint in Fort Worth that carries the Cab Franc. I made that agreement when they brought it out. I was like, I want to be the sole spot to get that.
And you have it at both your restaurants or no?
The Cab Franc is just at
At Wishbone and Flint.
At
Okay.
Wishbone.
I have the
Okay.
Pinot Noir at Trey Mowgli.
Okay.
I have the Rosé at all three.
Okay.
Nice.
So we try to support them as much as they support us. They're great people.
Absolutely.
And again, they have the best interest at heart for the restaurant
Awesome.
business.
Well, let's do a
So-
cheers to your new restaurant.
Cheers,
Yes.
cheers.
Cheers.
Ching, ching, ching.
Thank you.
Enjoy.
Love it.
Thank y'all. Yeah, we're excited.
really good.
And the wine list at Teddy Wong's is very I wouldn't say eclectic. I would say it's very European. We do have some domestic product as well, but it's very French Italian, which plays very well with Chinese cuisine as obviously as takeovers. And if you ever played Risk, you know how it works.
I love it.
So
I'm
absolutely.
very excited about that.
Yeah,
I
I'm
can't
stoked.
wait.
I'm
I
stoked.
love Wishbone and Flip, of course, and I love Trey Mowgli. I've been there way too many times.
Yeah.
And
There's
so
a
I'm
thing.
very
There's a
excited.
thing about making everything from scratch. That it's one of those things. Like it was always the mantra. Is like if we're gonna do it right from the start. And so that's what we do. And I'm very blessed to have people that have come through the business. Alex Drury was fantastic in what he set up at Trey Mowgli to get us started. The kid cooks unbelievable food. Jorge Olvera is running Wishbone now. He was my sous chef when I was at Max's.
Oh, wow.
Hands down, best line cook I've ever worked with my entire life. He used to run Pasta Station at Bravo, which down on Heelan.
Yeah.
Okay, so 12 burner stove, right?
Uh-huh.
He's got two saute pans in each hand, cooking pasta.
Yeah.
The guy's just a beast. He's a monster. Unbelievable. And that goes all the way down to my front of the house staff too. Anywhere from like Homer Clemens, who's my GM at Wishbone. David Jennings did a great job with the bar program at Trey Mowgli when we opened. Misha Knowles done a great job of taking that over after the fact. You got Drew Arroyo running the bar program in Amber Room. Justin Farham's my GM at Trey Mowgli, who's weirdly was a wine rep for me before he ever came to work. Pardon me, sorry.
But you get to know who the best is when you're doing all this stuff.
Well, it's about creating culture and family.
Yes.
Right.
Jamie Martin Rowe out at Parker County, she just does the thing well. She's just great. She
I've
holds
got
the
to
team.
get out there.
It's a
Yeah.
fun spot. We've got some really good music coming. We've been pumping up some stuff. So there's
Ah.
I believe we've got Pooh Life Crew coming in like a month.
Oh, my gosh.
Yeah.
Do you have a summer schedule?
Yes, it should be on the website.
Okay.
ParkerCountyIcehouse.com.
All right.
I mean, you know those Pooh Boys, they throw a party.
Oh, my
Oh, yeah.
gosh. We love
They are a
them.
good time.
Maybe we need to make that for sure. We need to put that on our
Absolutely.
calendar.
Yeah, absolutely. We got Back in Black coming back too.
Yeah.
And then we run a lot of like independent solo red dirt guys too. So it's a lot of
Cool.
fun.
I love
That's
that.
great.
Absolutely.
I love that you're such a big part of the community.
We try.
Yeah.
We try.
Yeah.
We do as much charity work as we can.
Yes.
Yes.
It's hard.
Yes, you
it's
do.
hard
I
post-COVID.
see you everywhere.
It's hard post-COVID, but we do what we can.
Yes, they do great. Yes, you
So.
do great. And thank you so much, Stefon, for coming
Absolutely.
and being on
Thank y'all
our
for having me.
podcast. And
Absolutely.
we're so happy you're here. And thank you guys for watching so much tonight. And
Yes.
I'm
y'all.
Angela.
I'm Christine.
And thank
I'm
you for watching
Stefon.
Haircolor Confessional. See you next time.
Y'all have a good one.
Bye.